Hold on, I can't hear anything. Ah, welcome to this week's What the Heck. Uh, yeah. We're going to be in the garage today, so that's why you got the 6 stylophone. That's about as good as I get with that thing. That's not true. I was really good at it briefly in a moment in time, but not right now. All right. So we have Bar Talk. We have Enthusiastic Electrons, Robbie, and Schmooster, and maybe some other people. I don't know. So welcome. Let's do quick intros. Let's see. What's the question? Yeah. Who are you and what was the last synthesizer-y thing that you made or fixed?
I'm Bartok. I make electronic music, and the last synthy thing that I made, like a DIY type deal,
Yeah.
would be the Buffaco Morph Fader.
Morph. Oh yeah, the Morph Fader. That one I'm a
Yeah.
little jealous of because it looks really cool. Um, we did not coordinate our shirts, but we both got our shirts, so
I
yeah.
figured. I thought you might have yours on, so.
Oh yeah, I was going for it. I had the stickers somewhere. I mean, sorry, I don't have any stickers on it. I have the surprise gift that came with the shirt somewhere. I don't know where. Yeah. So I'm Hex 7. Last thing I made. Well, I guess I'm still in the progress of making it, but it's the Bartok phone. Bartok sent me this glorious phone to turn into a microphone and then mail back, which I'd offered to do some time ago, and I'm totally stoked about. So, unfortunately, Bartok, you missed the first part of it where I actually got this half of it working. So I've got the phone working. I'm going to actually switch camera angles so you can see stuff a little bit better without me having to look away. And I'm going to turn on noise stuff. Okay, cool. Bartok phone. Change. There we go. So you missed me trying to figure out how to open this up. And I only did minor cosmetic damage to the phone and myself because it's sort of like snapped together. But there are actually 2 screws hidden behind this little panel, which is still largely intact. So when I got those out, it was pretty easy to crack open. And so what I did was I wired up, I desoldered this switch right here, this little switch, to switch between this and this as your microphone. Similar to mine, the speaker is going to be a better microphone without an amplifier. If you've got a good amplifier, this one might work pretty well. But also, if you crank up your, I don't know, just put it into like an ears or something and crank it up and use this one, you get like super distorted, heavy metal sounding audio. So that lets you switch really quickly between those.
Very cool.
Yeah, I could also put like a stutter buttoner on the side or something, but if you're like me, you probably don't sing that often. Also, there's a light in here, as you see by this cool thing, and I actually have a bulb for that right here. It's not an LED, it's a little incandescent bulb, so I pulled that and put in a little white LED, which was Tim's choice. Enthusiastic Electrons. I was like, white or red? And he's like, white. And I was like, that's a good call. So this will light up red, sort of. Sort of. So let me plug it in and give you a little demo, because some things are almost hooked up. So I put in a little watch battery in here, this little thing here.
Okay.
And the idea is that I'll probably put a toggle switch sticking out of the side of the base along with the jack, which we'll talk about in a second. The toggle switch will allow you to power the phone on, which will basically allow the LED to turn on so that when the phone is not hung up, the LED will light up. So like when you're wandering around, it glows white. And it's not super bright because it's an LED and a watch battery, and it's really bright in here. But I think if I put you right there, if I had any dexterity. It should light up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see
Boom.
it.
Lit up. All right. So that'll light up. Be very cool in the dark. What else? Oh, both of those things are going to be wired onto this switch. So I pulled this little board out, and there's this cool switch, which is what the like hangy uppy thingy presses onto, like this little friend. And it can be used two ways. It can be used to disconnect or connect depending on its state. So I mapped those out real quick. And basically I'm going to solder it up so that when the phone is off the hook, you can talk into the microphone. When you hang up, the microphone is disconnected and the light is off. Which will mean you don't have to think about muting the microphone. You can just hang up.
Very cool.
And the reason I put the watch battery thing in here is it's going to be glued on, probably not taped. It's just tested. It's because this is pretty easy to get into. It's just 4 screws and nothing crazy there.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Now, switch choice. I thought for the battery, it would be good to have a switch on the outside so you don't have to like reach inside or worry about hanging it up properly every time.
Okay.
So I have this little metal switch. You can use the red thing. I also have a white rubbery thing. I never use them, so you're welcome to use those. I also have 2 jacks. What jack would you like? 1/4 inch or 3.5 millimeter?
3.5.
Tiny, all right. Cool. Because there's tons of room on the side for all sorts of fun hijinks and tons of fun, like room inside. There's not like a ton of components in here to begin with. In fact, this big metal piece is just a weight so that it feels good.
Right.
So that's what I'm going to be working on while we talk. And if I finish that, I'll work on some cables.
Awesome.
And you can inform me if you want to make any other decisions about it. Like I could draw some doodles on there. I'll probably draw some doodles in there, so when you open it up, it's like, hey, Bartok, how's it going? Time to change the battery.
Doodles inside would be cool. I was thinking I was going to get some WTH white lettering to put on it, because that phone's going to go right here.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, I won't mess with the outside, and the cosmetic damage is just me trying to get into it just along the seam, so that won't be visible from webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how's everybody doing? Everybody in chat, how are you doing? It's been a long week for me. It's only Wednesday.
How's it?
All right, let's get things fired up. Move this out of the way.
While you work on that, personally, I've been doing okay. It's starting to warm up over here. You guys may hear the fan in the background, and I apologize, but it's hot.
Yeah, no worries.
And where I'm at, it's somewhat close to the shore, so a lot of the houses, especially the old houses like I'm in, they didn't have AC. So this unit that I'm in doesn't have central air.
Right.
So I live with the fans on most of the time.
Oof.
Yeah.
Attach phone to side of SIM case.
Side.
That's what I'm doing on my case, Robbie. Robbie suggested to attach the phone to the side of your case.
Yeah, that would be good. I can definitely mount some screws from the inside out and have like the little, because I'm assuming that phone has the same.
Yeah, it's like the
where you can slide it on.
Yeah, the sliders.
Yeah. So that's a good idea. I can definitely look into that.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. And what I would need in that case is for you to tell me what side of the phone you would like the cable to come out of. I'm not there yet, but
okay.
That might matter if you're mounting it to the case. Like if you want the cable to go behind the case or toward you. I don't know. Out of the way.
Yeah, I'll think about that.
All right, let's get some solder fan going. Yeah. So earlier this week I started this phone. I actually wasn't going to start it without you present because it's more fun when you get to make decisions about the thing that you're going to use. Um, but I ran out of parts. I was starting to make what is this one? The wave folder, and I realized my mouser shipment split in two, and I didn't realize that. So I'm missing some very crucial surface mount capacitors on the back side, right in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And the reason I can't move forward is because those go actually like under an IC, so I need to get those in first, so it's not a nightmare later. Your right side so you can do it on the wall anyway if needed. I don't know. Yeah.
Left side out of the phone. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Schmooster, because if it's here, and then I have the cable on this side, I can come in, connect into anything here, and then the same if it's on the side. But I would put it on this side of the case, just because I'm right-handed. So if I were to pick it up and have it connected, patched in, I'd grab it from this side, and the cable coming out of the.
Right. So you'd want the cable coming out of this side, right?
Yeah.
I have a thing right here called tape that's going to help me out. Oh, that was just me almost yanking my laptop off. Let's see here. Let's do that again. This side, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. And you can be sure I'm going to be super precise with measuring that. It's going to be somewhere on the side. It'll be fine. All right. I forgot what I was doing. Yes, battery. No, I wanted to do, yeah, the, get these out of the way, move the battery out of my way. There's a couple extra wires in there that I'm not removing just yet because why do extra work? Okay, this is the thing, the switch. This little friend here that I'm going to solder directly onto. I'm not going to desolder it from the board because it makes it really trivial to mount it back on. I'll just screw it back in with all the default screws and stuff. But I need to remember open and close. So I believe I want it to light up. I want the outside ones so that when it's not hung up, it should light up. Let me just double check with the multimeter. I should hear it beep if I'm right. Cool.
So Robbie's asking if there's any live shows, performances, or meetups that either one of us has recently gone to, or anybody in chat, if you want to chime in and let us know.
Yeah,
or that's coming up in the future that you planning on going to. It'd be good to kind of mention those. And I know Mott's LA, which is a Modular on the Spot LA, usually does it every third Sunday. I haven't seen anything for this coming week, but I don't know if you're planning on attending anything or you went to anything recently. I have not.
I got nothing. Sadly, yeah, I don't think I have anything coming up. I know I'm interested in going to Red Rocks at some point when I can. Let's just put some fresh solder on there. Try not to smoke myself out. Yeah, I would love to go to a live show. There are some Colorado Modular events, I think, happening sometime in the next few months, but I don't remember the details or if they're actually happening just yet. So that's one thing.
Yeah, okay. I know New York has been. They just recently had the first live show back.
Right.
And then Robbie, Enthusiastic Electrons, and I met up this past Sunday. That was just to hang out a little bit in Little Tokyo. That was pretty cool.
Right. Oh, I remember what I need to do. Okay. Cool. That one. It'd be cool if there was an EMS t-shirt meetup. Yeah. This is the EMS T-shirt meetup. Put on your T-shirt and send me a DM, and we'll invite you on. Yeah, I mean, oh, DEF CON. DEF CON's going to be a live concert that we're going to in the near future, I think. I mean, I think there's going to be music there based on what I've read. That assumes like some things don't wildly change with rules and regulations, but it's in Vegas, so probably not.
Are you going to that?
Yeah, I am going to that. I don't think I'm playing there because I haven't heard anything, which is fine because it means I get to just have fun.
Yeah, that's in
yeah.
August 5th through 8th in Vegas.
Yeah. Yep. And the primary reason I go to it, other than it's cool as heck, is that my partner is a security expert and does security expert things, including going to DEF CON and giving, hanging out there. So, what is it, 18 years now?
Yeah.
No, it's, I don't know how many years. It's DEF CON 29 or 30, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those that I've always wanted to go and just never had the opportunity.
Yeah, same, because it's not really like the industry I work in. It's an industry I work sort of near, but yeah, that's why I wanted to go. Let's see, I want to solder this on, and then that's making this real nice and pretty. So hopefully it won't break. And then I need to drill a hole for probably 2 holes. I could leave the LED. There is a little switch on this. Let me unhook some things so I don't tear wires out on this little battery holder thingy. But I always just thinking of making the switch external and leaving this all the ways on so you don't have to like pull the phone apart. And the battery should last plenty of time. It's a single LED. Yeah, 29. I should know, but I forgot. Okay. Okay, before I put that back on, I need to get you and drill some holes. All right, so now I should have the sizes memorized, but I always forget. I think the 1/4 inch is probably around a 7. We'll see, 7mm drill bit. I don't know. And this one is what? It is awkward. I'm sorry, I don't have any hex nuts on here, so you can swap that out when you want with something nicer. Oh no, I'm not using the 1/4 inch. I'm using the small one, and the good catch.
What is that one? 9mm?
The 1/4 inch?
No, the 3.5.
The 3.5 is just a hair. It's about 6, so probably 6 would do it. I think. Let's just double check. Yeah.
So Robbie says he's going to DEF CON, so to bring your synth and hook up, share a clock.
Yeah, I'm totally game for that. I'm probably going to bring a much more portable setup because I'm not driving. I'm going to fly because I don't have to drive this since I'm not likely playing. Which means the synth I bring will probably be pretty small, perhaps even like the OPZ or Pocket Operator or something like that, but we'll have some fun.
So, wait, Robbie, are you playing? We'll see what he says.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know about the sign up until it had just passed. It was like a couple days after.
Oh, yeah. We were thinking about it for a while. I think a 5. Okay, so 5 and a 6. All right. Do you want the switch on the same side as the jack or on a different side? Like it can be behind the phone too. Sure.
What do you think about the same side? Does that make it
Same
awkward?
side's probably good if I put it like under the jack so that it's
Under it.
unlikely you'll accidentally flip it, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
light, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I'll do that. So let's see, you're the top. Thought I was going to do this properly. Let's see, around. I think there's tons of room over there. Goes this way. Yeah, either way. Okay, no problem with space. Oh crap, I just forgot what side it was on. Let's do this again. Okay, hold it up. Towards you. Wait, towards me. Get this side. So yeah, this side right here. Yes. Yeah. This is why things take me so long, because I always forget stuff. I think right about there.
Robert says his plan is to take over a space. Sounds good.
You could take over a space. I like space. Well, I like it right now. I don't know if I like it when there's billionaires in it, but hey. Okay. I'm gonna go get a drill.
Okay.
Do you want to play some music or something, or hum, or I won't be able to hear anything, so you can just talk to me if you want.
Oh boy, this is no good. This is the point where we should have commercials, and then we have. I can do this.
Actually, remember to charge it.
Question also from Enthusiastic Electrons. If you could mod anything to add to your synth or become a synth, what would it be?
Lawnmower oscillator.
Lawnmower.
I'm not kidding. It seems like way too sketch for me to try, though. But it is something I've thought about. Because I got a lawnmower, I got an electric one, because I'm tired of not being able to fix everything easily. But
Right.
I have the old one that still sort of works, so maybe that'll be in my synth setup one day.
Well, you could do something similar like that spinner, right?
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I could rig it up like that.
Right.
I'll be right back. I gotta get different drill bits.
Sure. Yeah, I guess I'm boring. I haven't thought of anything creative to turn into a synth.
Old metric.
You know those.
Good old metric.
That instrument that's made out of glass and it's wet.
Okay.
And it spins and then put your
I'm
finger
not
on
used
it.
to
What is it
add a
called?
pickup to the drill. Yeah, I mean, just drilling near a pickup would do the trick.
Yeah, but the electric drill has been used.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's the same exact thing as the lawnmower, just smaller. Okay, I need 6 and a 7. Or no, and a 5, I think. Actually, let's start with small holes. Let's be smart about this.
The glass harmonica.
The glass harmonica, yeah, that one's cool. Glass spinning instrument. See, I just don't like glass very much. I mean, it's really strong, but it just hurts me too much. Let's turn it to high. There we go. All right, first little hole drilled, perfectly in place. I should have changed the camera angle. This probably looks like I'm about to drill into my finger. High
I gotta tune
drama.
it. Hold on.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, so some of the modules I'm really excited about right now. I guess the two that I'm the most excited about are a wavefolder and a, let's see, the other one is a PLL. Mostly because I know nothing about the PLL. Other than folks don't know how to use it. All right, that was the 6. So that's probably going to fit something. Find out. Where's my little buddy? Oh, look at that. It's perfect. Just like it was meant to be. All right, first hole is drilled. That is perfect. Okay. Now I need different bits. I need a 5. I love these stepper drill bits, but like sometimes I lose count. The hole gets too big.
Yeah.
In this case,
Yeah,
oh, you're a 4, not a 5. You have a 5? 6. All right, we might be measuring. Oh, there's a 5. It's cool. And a bunch of these have aluminum on, and aluminum I'm starting to love and hate because it just like sticks to the drill bits pretty easily. So which lane do I go into? All right. All right, that should do it. And sometimes when I drill plastic, it's so tidy, like compared to other things. There's not little shards everywhere. I don't have splinters in my hands. Good job, plastic. Killing the environment, but you're easy to drill. All right, yeah, also good size. Cool. Something's a little funny. Oh, I need to deburr it just a hair, but that's done with my nail. Thanks, plastic. All right, we've got that. We've got that. And you have controls on the side of the phone. Hopefully it's the correct side. I think it is, yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
This is actually the first 3.5 millimeter jack I'm adding to anything. So it's a learning experience. All right, the drill away. Try not to hurt myself. Cool. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so the PLL. Let's see. I'm gonna check the chat. Played Fly the Bumblebee. Guitar picks to a drill. Yeah, I saw somebody put guitar picks on a drill. I also saw, like, I think there's better ways to make noise with a guitar. Like Simon the Magpie used a vibrator. That worked really well for like infinitely held notes. But I don't know. All right, so switching the camera back. Does anyone have any questions they'd like us to talk about? Because you got Bartok, a modular expert, and me, simpleton. My helping hand.
There was a comma there, right? We have
what was
Bartok.
that?
There was a comma there. We have Bartok, comma, a
Yeah.
modular expert, comma, and hex 7.
A simpleton.
Yeah. So where's that third person?
I don't know. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, you're the modular expert. All right, let me. Should I solder these on first? Yeah, probably. Because, nah, it's fine. I love making my own stuff sometimes because I can just do it however I want. DI my way. Okay, and then I'm gonna put the.
Well, so what background do you have to just be able to like hack and slash things and make them work? Because my DIY experience is if I don't have really clear instructions, then I struggle.
I guess I just watched some videos and then realized that like I understand the simple things. I'm not good. Like all of the circuits I make are basically that like super simple circuit you make in elementary or middle school, where it's just like I make a light bulb light up. Like that's everything I make basically. If it's any more complex than that or has more complex components, I'm out. But thankfully, like phones are pretty simple, and speakers are pretty simple. LEDs are pretty simple. And I'm pretty simple, so that's that. Oh, did I put this in the wrong direction? I kind of did, but I think Will reach. I might have to get some longer wires, but that's fine. I did, and
All right.
that's
So,
okay.
question from Robbie is, how do I plan on using the mic? I assume you're not just going to mute all music and talk in it. So,
That's a
um,
great question.
yeah, one of the things I plan on using it is
Yeah,
actually
let's reset it.
for what the heck episodes. Um, but I've played around a little bit before with mics like this, and I'm gonna try to move the camera and show you guys. See if you can see. Uh, let me bring some light over too.
Sorry, it's a little noisy for a second. I'm
Yeah.
soldering.
So I have here two AI synthesis modules. One is the um, AI 006, which is their stomp box adapter. It's a tiny little thing. It's 2 HP. And then next to that, I have the AI 016, which is the tape interface module. Um, so what I plan on doing is actually
Yes.
looping, having the mic come in as an effects unit, sending it to the tape interface, so I can have more control over the gain, and bringing back into the to the stomp box adapter, and then routing it somewhere. Maybe running it through some effects, through the FX uh, Fade XL. But that's kind of the plan.
That's really cool. I can't wait. But I'm gonna have to wait because I'm gonna use USPS to ship it. All right. So I think okay, that's all of those wires. Those will reach. It's not going to open super wide, but it'll be good enough to give you some flexibility. And if not, you know how to solder and add wires, so
Yeah.
no big deal. Okay, now I need to.
Enthusiastic Electron has three. Oh wow, you've got three of those stomp box adapters. Um,
Three. What?
do you, yeah, do you use them all, or how does that? Or you just wanted to make them?
Yeah, while you're waiting on that, I do have some stomp boxes I want to turn into stuff. So if anyone has great ideas, let me know. I've already made the shut it, the shut it loser um, microphone muting stomp box because I didn't have this cool phone yet, and I wanted a way to mute something without using my hands.
Right.
So that's what I made that for. But I'd love to make something else with, because I have some smaller and larger cases. I think the larger will likely be the most useful because I'm not good at small components. Which is fine. Okay, keep the ground out of there. Okay,
Yeah, that's one
think.
area I decided not to get into because um, it can open so much, um, and I just didn't want to go down that road.
Red is what? I believe red and green are the speaker. And the yellow is the LED. Okay, cool. I'm back on track. We're good. We're sorry. Just remembering what wires go to where because I didn't want to open up that phone again. It was mildly annoying. I also need to figure out which, because I'm not super familiar with the whatchamacallit, the 3.5 millimeter jacks. I'll have to test to see which one's ground real quick. Why
I'm assuming
3?
it's just going to be a mono.
It's going to be a what?
Mono.
It is a mono switching jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just wanted to see which one was the switch and which which one was not. Okay, I believe, because I don't want to solder you to this switching deck. We'll test it anyway, but pretty sure that's the sleeve. So cool. Sleeve, and one of you is the tip. Let's check. Luckily, I've got some mono cables just hanging around because I forgot to bring them inside, and they actually would have been pretty useful for what I was doing. Okay, they're that length that you can never have too many of. Okay, so that should beep.
And we got a beep.
Oh, okay. Okay, tip, sleeve. Okay, got it. Easy peasy. Exactly the opposite of what I thought. That's why I check. Okay, so for this, I guess it doesn't really matter which one goes to which. Just one of you needs to go to one side. Oh wait, no, it does matter. Okay. Slightly. No, it doesn't matter at all. Cool.
You still have that one camera that you can point down to the phone?
Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that. I don't think I've seen Hex 7
There we go.
before. Excited to see this business. Okay, I'm sorry this is your first Hex 7 experience, shock value, but welcome. Normally I'm in front of a synthesizer and we talk more modular, but we're doing our best. Well, Bartok's talking modular, and I'm mostly just trying not to mess up this phone that I'm making for Bartok. Okay, and this. Okay, cool. All right, now.
Yeah, so just to give a recap,
Oh, yeah.
Hex
Sorry.
7 is building. He's modifying a phone that I sent him, and he's going to put in some mics in it, and there's going to be a 3.5 millimeter jack, so then I can connect that device to my system.
Yeah, we're doing it live. This is the Bartok phone build.
Doing it
Bartok
live.
build. Bartok rules. Okay, I need one more yellow wire, and then we're in business.
Okay. So the reason Enthusiastic Electrons has 3 of those stop box adapters is
Yeah.
he's using 2 of them for round trip to a stereo spring reverb unit, and 1 of them for a round trip to pedals.
I've become disillusioned with stereo, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do both of these at the same time.
Wait, he's got a stereo spring reverb. It's a Pioneer home audio component from the 1970s.
Ooh, that's probably pretty cool. How come? Oh, I'm sure I've heard it. I've listened to a lot of your streams. I just don't always ask what you're using. That's cool. Styly equals super resonant bass lines and band cool badass patches. I don't know what that means. Oh, Hex 7 style. Yeah, pretty much. Just bass lines. That's it. So okay.
So the question is, who's got the best springs?
Ooh.
Have you ever used any spring reverb?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've never touched a spring reverb actually. I was really hoping to at one point, but nope. I'm gonna make this shorter. Yeah, it's too long.
Yeah, I've never used them either. When I built my very first case, it was actually pretty deep. So at the time, I considered putting a spring tank inside of there, but I just never got around to it. And then now with this setup, I don't really have a place to hide it, so it'd have to be outside of the case, which from what I understand, is better anyway. You don't really want to have something like that inside your case.
It's probably going to add a bunch of line noise, huh, from all the from the
Right.
power.
Plus, you also don't have it handy
But,
where you can do some crazy effects if you wanted to, hit the springs or run nails across of it.
okay. You know what time it is? Don't go any further. Wait. Nope, not quite yet. Okay, let's solder this on to your negative. Yeah, okay. Let's get negative. It's almost time for hot glue, is what I was going to say. Didn't want to leave you hanging. All right, now I need a positive. Ow. Yowza. And that I think I'm going to do on the top. So I did the negative on the bottom, so it's a little easier to slide the battery out. Probably your best bet to get the battery out is like a screwdriver, something like that.
Okay.
But I'm going to solder this on and I'm going to test it out.
All right.
I think that's the last wire. Assuming I didn't mess anything up. Let's see. Negative there, positive, positive. Okay. Let's start with the LED.
Okay.
It should just be on the second I plug you in. If I put this in correctly.
I was going to mention for anybody watching and interested in doing their own soldering, the soldering iron you're using, that's the Hako or Hako.
So the LED works. Actually, let's test the hang up function. If I hang it up, LED's off. Yeah, cool. All right.
Perfect.
All right, let's turn you off for a second. No, it doesn't matter. I have no idea the charge status of the battery you're going to be getting in the mail, so it's probably fine. It's probably, you know what? I'll get you a new one. I have a whole bag. Hold on a sec. Battery, where are you? Battery,
yeah.
Here you are.
So the Hako FX88HD.
2032s. Which Robbie might recognize on a DEF CON.
Oh, Hex 7 can't hear me.
Oh, I can hear you again. I'm back.
There you go.
I'm back. Batteries.
So we were just letting people know what soldering iron you're using.
Oh yeah.
And that's, if you're looking to get into some DIY soldering, that's
okay, so
the best one that I think to start with. I've tried some of the other brands, some of the cheaper brands, and really was having terrible luck until I switched to that model.
So the Hako makes things easy mode, but I don't actually think it matters what soldering iron you get when you first start, because the crappier it is, the better you get at soldering, really. Why? Did I put it in backwards? Should be on. Oh, I have to turn that switch on, off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, cool. Fresh battery.
All right.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is hot glue this sucker on. Put these screws back in. Well, actually, before we do that, let's test the phone. So, I need one of these, and one of these, and this. There's only one in there. Okay. These are where all my 3.5 millimeter to quarter-inch adapters are. Okay. Yeah, some fire happening. Hello. Testing. Oh, I see lights turning on. Oh, here we go. Wow! Yeah! It worked! Woo! All right, that was this speaker. Hello. Oh, here we go. This is the other speaker. Anyway, it works. Turn that off for a second, and screws, glue, done. Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty stoked. Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what makes the other one sound good. Like the actual microphone, I've not had luck with making sound good, so it is what it is. That's why it's switchable. Um, Another fun mod that you could do at some point is get a momentary off button and wire it between the jack and just put a momentary on button between the jack and the microphone signal, and then you could like, if it's
Oh,
momentary, you can just like stutter yourself with your thumb,
right.
right? Okay, so I need a hot glue deal jig. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, plug you in, try not to burn stuff down. All right, while that's doing its thing, let's check the chat. So that was speaker first or mic first? It was speaker first. So the speaker is the clear one. And that's you. You all usually miss that part is when I'm building stuff is when I get real excited and it works. Because I always expect it to not. I have beer. Let's have some beer. Um, it's hot out here too. I went to get a hoodie because I think this shirt looks super freaking cool with a hoodie on, but it's too hot.
We'll do hoodies for the winter run.
Bar talk. We got a question from Device X62. The EMS shirts are awesome. Where can I get one?
So if someone can link him our EMS Discord device, you can message me. I go by the same name on the Discord. I actually do have maybe one or two mediums left over. We actually did a pre-order for all of these, so most of the ones that we sent out are taken, but I have one or two mediums left. If that works for you, send me a message on Discord. If not, I can link you up with Alpha Stare, and if you're in the U.S., he can make you one.
That's awesome. Enthusiastic Electrons asks, what about a pocket operator style sampler in the phone wired up to the redial buttons? That would be sick, and I would be happy to work with you on a collaboration to get that happening. Like, you send me a phone, I do some of it, I send it back, you do some of it, and then you get to play with the benefits of it. Yeah, that would be super cool. I left the numbers are all intact. I suggest covering them with emoji or something clever. Um, and I've been thinking about doing something similar with my phone. It also has the numbers intact in terms of the button controls. The hardware, like the circuit board's all there, everything's still there, so you can still get the information out of it. I can't remember if it's multiplexed or what, but probably not hard to do. So hot glue this sucker. Let's make sure there's no holes. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna scratch it up just a little bit, so there's like better chance of purchase. All right, let's do it. This will be like the first hot glue I've done where I actually have to be tidy about it because I don't want to like glue the battery in there. Okay. All right, it's on the edge so that the battery's sticking out. Oh, let me switch the camera.
Yeah, so let me just answer Device real quick. Device, if you're on Discord, go ahead and send me a message, and I'll link you up with Alpha Stare, and you can get a shirt ordered that way.
Yeah, Alpha Stare is awesome, and we'll hook you up. And they're a little pricier as far as t-shirts go, but they're fine. They're way less expensive than a module, and they're twice as cool. And they make you sound good, make your music sound better. As I displayed earlier with the two instruments I used. All right, this thing is just about done. I would say it's done, but I'm gonna put the last few screws in. There is a screw for. Actually, that's a good question. Do you want the ringer? Like I just pulled it out because who needs it? You could put a third microphone in here if you get crazy, but maybe the ringer could work as a microphone. I've never tried that.
Do you know if it's send it back? I wonder if there's a way I can wire it to a button.
Yeah, let's find out if it works as a microphone real quick. And yeah, I'll send it back. But first, let's do a test to satisfy curiosity, because that's what it's all about. I think it might be usable. Let's see. Let's move the screw so I don't lose it. Let's grab a different cable. That cable will work fine. Long enough. I'm surprised I haven't burned a hole in any of these cables yet. I'm pretty close. All right, so that's on there. That's on there. Volume. No. Nope. Guess not. But it's a solid looking ringer. It's got a little bit of styrofoam still on it. Styrofoam is trashed, sorry. It has a bunch of phones from 1920s. Oh, yeah, get some of those phones. Let's turn them into something cool. Any quads? I do have some
the wooden
quadcopters,
boxes
actually.
with bells and cranks. Yeah, so those basically were patched directly to like a switchboard operator.
Yeah, those.
Standing by, waiting for a connection to show up, and they would patch themselves in. That's where we get patch cords and switches from.
Accurate. There's Look, Mom No Computer has been doing a series of videos on the Museum of Everything Else YouTube channel, and the only reason I bring this up is because he's got some of those not switchboards. Well, he does have a switchboard, but it's not functional. But he has some of the machines that basically listen for the pulses, and they're all mechanical, and so it'll get the pulses, and like each thing will click with each pulse. Super cool. Watch one of those, and you'll get a good idea. This is sort of the moment of truth here. Okay.
We got another question from Robbie.
Yeah.
He says, Bartok, how do you have access to such cool looking cables?
Bartok. Robbie with all the good questions. Hard hitting.
Yeah, so these are patchwork cables. I make these cables. These are all Mogami cables, which nobody else in Iraq is making cables with Mogami cable. I've got some with black and gold plugs, some with silver, and they're all cloth. But they're different from regular cloth cables because these are actually extremely flexible, which a lot of cloth cables you can't do that. So then when you get tight connections, you've got like this big fat cable in the way. Oh, look at that light.
Cool. I'm just happy it works. I still have some customization to do on the inside, but for all functional purposes, it is done. And I didn't even mess it up too bad cosmetically. Let me put that in there. Next thing I have to do, let's see, is take one of these beautiful cables. These are my favorite cables. They are seismic audio, and the only reason they're my favorite is because they're so thick and gnarly, and they work for what I want. They're not as good as Bartok cables, but they're what I have. But in the interest of getting some good Bartok cables, I think what I'm going to do is this. And one down here. All right, and I think one of these can be a little bit shorter. I just want to get some color matched Bartok cables, so this little piece is going to Bartok.
All right.
For my 3.5 millimeter needs, and I'll get you like a list of
Okay.
lengths and stuff like that. Um, with a ton of excitement. I mean, it's cool. It's a phone that lights up. Come on. I guess it's not that cool. It's also no longer a phone. It is a microphone. Double microphone. Yeah. Snap. Decepticon. Well, I would love light up cables. That's something on my list to try out eventually. Even if the audio quality is just absolutely garbage. You're still doing thoughts. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The best I have is glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark would be cool.
Or
Are those the yellow ones
ones.
back there? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you can get wire by the roll, but I haven't found it to be significantly less expensive because these things are like kind of pricey. It's a
Yeah.
little jack. Those are really cool. Those aren't. Are they glow in the dark or are they UV?
No.
Or both?
Those are my neon cables that under blue light just really pop.
That's super cool.
And then like the rainbow cables look pretty cool under the blue light.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I don't have anything that can top that. All right, I just made 6 of these bad menu channels, but I think it's been about an hour. Any plans to paint the case in a special way? Oh, glow in the dark powder into some paint. Robbie,
That would be cool, Robbie.
you could do that in a clever, like you could do that in a clever way. Like if it's really bright, you could use some masking tape or like vinyl stickers or something to mask it off and get some cool designs on the side where some things glow and other things don't. I was thinking of using, actually, hold on, I'll be right back.
Robbie, have you done something like that before?
I was thinking of using some of this tape because it's like super reflective. You can't see any of the reflective in the video, but it's like very neon, very bright construction tape. Yeah, so that's something I was thinking of doing on my case because I like yellow, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet. I also don't know if it'll stick. I might have to actually paint my case first. Daylight neon splatter. Yeah, you could Jackson Pollock it with the neon stuff. That's always cool. All right, I'm turning the soldering iron off because I'm gonna go do some other stuff in a bit. Don't want to get too caught up in fumes. I want to get glow dark and metallic flake candy color like. Oh my gosh, Robbie, metallic flake like that lowrider blue or red with the flake. Yeah.
And some pinstriping.
You could do some pinstriping. That would be super cool. Like the nice rounded edges that make it just look.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a modular case like that. Mine is the exact opposite of that. Cauldron of Bats, neon green case. Yeah, Cauldron of Bats has a cool setup.
Yeah, he does.
All right, I think that wraps the Bartok phone build. What I'm going to do next is, other than package it up, is I'll probably main the inside with lots of customization, probably Sharpie, and send it back.
Okay,
One
awesome.
with that little
Thank you.
bit of wire, and then we'll talk cables.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I have to play this out? Yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, you got to play us out.
Let's see. Let's get that stuff back over here. What the heck? I'm so surprised I didn't burn any cables. Okay. Yeah, it's totally fine. Um, all right, let's see, video, almost there. We need some audio. And what else? We need sound. But that's probably muted. Oh, I hate that one. I forgot that one was there. Like, why would you, if you're gonna add a sampler, why would you add one that has like a whole freaking, or one of these, that one. Whatever.
What's that grid called?
This thing is so anticlimactic. This is like the gnarliest sound it is. Hold on. There we go. At least it's a little scrubby. And that's the
What is
fastest
it?
I can make it go without modding it. This thing will be modded.
What is that thing?
This is the Bliptronic 3000.
Oh yeah.
All right, sorry. That's all you get. I don't have any other music stuff out here, so that's it. Have a good week. Oh yeah, quick. Let's see. There is a quick poll in the Discord in the What the Heck channel on what day What the Heck is going to move to. Yeah, the Bliptronic will definitely be modded, Robbie. But I need to move to a different day for many reasons. One, I want to include Europeans. Like, I don't want to make, like, we had somebody stay up really late last time, and I don't want to encourage that. I'd rather them be on at, like, comfortable times. So sometime on the weekend, I'll probably alternate between mornings and evenings. But vote which day works best for you, and I will try to make it happen.
All right, awesome, and thanks for doing this, man.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.